Okay, I'm out for my walkie. Not as early as I was hoping to, but not too bad. It's earlier than I have been. Well, I had been doing when I started. I don't even know what sentence. I'm having trouble making sentences today. Brain tired. But yeah, it's about 2 o'clock basically. But at least it's not like 4 o'clock like I had been doing. Like before, I kind of stopped for a while. But and the day is a lot colder than yesterday. Wow, the difference in the day. Today is overcast, rainy, quite chilly again. Yesterday was a balmy, like almost a summer day rather than a winter day. Must have dropped about easily 10 degrees since yesterday. I'm already feeling the cold on my hand. And I've got my coat done up, got my welly boots back on. The good thing is that I can point at the scenery without too much fear of getting people in, because there's not many people out here. That's what I've been trying to do though. From now on, I'm going to try and make it the first thing. Maybe after breakfast I'll try and get straight out. I've kind of gone back to my late nights again. I went to bed about, I don't know, 4:30 or something. Yeah, about 4:30. But the thing is, I knew I had to be up at 10 because I had a call coming in from my employment support people, or the benefit money people, to be honest. Thing is with them though, normally they book a time. They never, ever, ever make the time that they say they're going to phone you. And we're talking like 6 hours late, you know, on occasions. So, but I knew I had to be up just in case on this rare occasion they actually, you know, made an effort to call me when they said they were going to. No, fair enough. I think they probably always make an effort, but they're just overworked. But anyway, so I managed to do that, which is always a pain because my mobile phone doesn't work very well in my house. So I have to sort of put it on loudspeaker and hold my phone up in the air to try and get a signal. So that's always a joy, not. So she was asking me about what jobs I apply, what I'm doing. Yeah, what I'm doing is probably not enough really. Should be doing more. But looking for work, it's just soul destroying. But anyway, and then I actually went on the job site to have a look, and I actually found a job in a post office near to where I live. So kind of similar to what I'd been doing for 28 years. So I applied for it. So I've applied for a job today. To be honest, I really don't want to work in the post office again. I hated it. After 28 years of doing it, I hated it. So repetitive and but at least I know how to do it. Mind you, after nearly 3 years of not doing it, I'm going to need a bit of refreshing. But yeah, but the basic job I still know. Just take getting used to the technology again, I'm sure. But it's probably like riding a bike, you know, once you start, you might not do it for ages. Once you start, it all comes flooding back to you. But I mean, that's if I even get the job. I actually applied for another similar job, you know, pretty soon after I lost the other one. They didn't even call me for an interview. They didn't even call me to speak to me. They give it to somebody else straight away, and I thought, bloody hell, 28 years experience in the bloody job, and I didn't even get a bloody interview. So there's no guarantee I'm not getting an interview for this. But at least I've applied for a job. So the benefit people can't say, oh, you have not applied for any jobs. We're not going to give you any money now for not trying hard enough to look for a job. But yeah, let's see what happens, eh? But yeah, I still want to. I might ask them about being self-employed. Maybe I can make YouTube and podcast my self-employed job. Still get benefits for, you know, on top of to make up the shortfall in earnings, because my earnings wouldn't be anywhere big enough to call it a proper job. But I'm thinking of buying StreamYard. I was talking about I was going to start doing these heavy metal hangouts. I'm sure I could get loads of metalheads coming on there and chatting about their bands and stuff. And I think that would be pretty cool actually. Quite could be a good laugh. And if I do get StreamYard, then maybe I'll do a comic book hangout as well. Or a few comic book hangouts. Kind of what I mean. The cover slingers is cool. I'm ain't gonna stop doing cover slingers. I love cover slingers. It's good fun. But I think they're doing like maybe a late night cover slingers. Because I think one of the detriments of cover slingers in the time slot it is at the moment is that not enough people are home or up and about at that time in America, which is, to be honest, is where most of the viewers are. So maybe we'll do. I'm thinking about maybe doing a late night cover slingers, well, for American viewers. But I would probably have to get a different judge on, because Matilda, she's 2 hours ahead of me. So anything that'll be late for me will be super late for her. So maybe we could find a different judge for a late night version of cover slingers. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I think it's like £20 a month for StreamYard Unlimited. And if I get that, I could do a heck of a lot more streams. But will it pay for itself? That's the trouble. The idea of doing it, I know it's still a bloody dream, like earning money from YouTube and being able to make a career, a living out of it. But it would be nice, that's for sure. Hello, there's another fairy in the tree here. Maybe it was a school project or something. It's not too muddy out at the moment. There's no deep puddles of mud like there was a few months back. Oh, there's a little bit of mud there. But yeah, it's not too terrible. But now I've got my boots. Who cares about mud? Other than when it's slippery. You don't want to be sliding along. What was I talking about? Anyway, let's see how it goes. The thing is with me, trying to stay positive and motivated is extremely hard. Because we all know just how easy it is to get knocked down and, you know, feel like not bothering. Oh yeah, that's really easy. I've done a video today for Russ's channel. There's a really lazy entry into his his competition. I don't even mind if he doesn't accept it, because really it was just an advert for Russ's channel really. I was just chatting about some of my old comic books, and but I'm pretty sure that anyone who's subbed to, well, no, I can't say that. Obviously, I can't say that. But in the comic community, anyone who's subbed to me should already be subbed to Russ. So I don't know if any of my gaming buddies want to sub to Russ. He does some gaming as well, as well as comic books and stuff. I don't suppose any of my heavy metal friends will be interested in subbing to his channel, because I don't think he listens to any kind of heavy music at all. So, but yeah, there you go. I might do a video later on when I get in for the vinyl community. Let's say the vinyl community, I tried getting into that, and I did all my CDs, done all my vinyl a couple of times. I've done beer and vinyl videos. It just wasn't worth the effort, because I don't know what it is. Maybe my videos aren't interesting, or maybe it's got to be more persevering. But even in with my band videos. Practically no one in the vinyl community ever watches or comments on any of the band interviews, and most of these are metalheads. So when you're saying that the whole metal community, it's like I don't really have any regular viewers or commenters on any of my heavy metal content. I think it's just because there's so much heavy metal out there, so many bands out there, that there's too much competition, I suppose, too much choice. So my videos aren't really getting noticed just yet. But you know, keep plugging away. Also with the vinyl community, I haven't really been buying albums for ages. It's just that it's old vinyl that I've got. So I'm not really in the community because I'm not like currently buying vinyl. I get so many promos from my podcast. I'm not going to go out there because this is to another road. So yeah. Anyway, just keep on keeping on. I'm only flapping my gums, to be honest. I haven't got anything important to say. Just flapping my gums. I should just point to the. Don't know why. Maybe I'll just point to the trees for a bit for some silent walking. I didn't know this was here. I don't think this has always been as deep as this. I don't remember there being like a proper... It's not really a lake though, is it? I think it's just a massive puddle. I don't know. It's in a dip in a hollow in the ground. So maybe it is here all year round. I used to come over here with my old schoolmate. Back when we were about 14, 15. We used to run around pretending that we were fighting orcs and kobolds and goblins and that. Yeah, using like sticks as swords. Just like, not exactly live action role playing, but just fucking something to do when you're a kid, isn't it? We both like Dungeons and Dragons and other similar role playing games. So yeah, I don't remember there being like a... Well, there's definitely a pond because there's a duck on it. I didn't get it properly focused. Where is he? One hardy little duck. That's a pond. It's got a duck on it, it's got to be a pond, isn't it? But I don't remember this being here when we were kids and we used to come running around, waving our sticks around, fighting invisible monsters. It's quite nice walking in the rain. When it's soaking you through, it's quite nice as well. Actually, it's kind of it's kind of different being battered by the elements and getting soaking wet in the rain. It's kind of like it's fun but not fun at the same time. But when you're out in like this rain as it is now, it's just like spitting like a drizzle. It's kind of like refreshing. And, yeah. Like a nice cool rain out in the forest, listening to some heavy metal on my headphones. looking at the trees. So sometimes I should come out and have my headphones on so I can hear the birds more. It's a knobbly old tree, isn't it? Let's find a poem of the day. Why not? I haven't done a poem for a while. Oh, what's happening with that page? That doesn't look... Not too sure how good my... Not sure how good my... Alright, back. It's really showing up weird, my page isn't showing up properly. Best poem of the day. There we go. It's showing up like it's a really crappy old website. Okay, poem of the day. Bearing in mind it was International Women's Week day recently. It's quite, not too long. A Woman Speaks by Audre Lorde. Moon marked and touched by sun, my magic is unwritten. But when the sea turns back, it will leave my shape behind. I seek no favour, untouched by blood, unrelenting as the curse of love, permanent as my errors or my pride. I do not mix love with pity, nor hate with scorn. But if you would know me, look into the entrails of Uranus, where the restless oceans pound. I do not dwell within my birth, nor my divinities, who am ageless and half-grown, and still seeking. My sisters, witches in Dahomey, wear me inside their coil cloths, as our mother did mourning. I have been woman for a long time, beware my smile. I am treacherous with old magic and the noon's new fury, with all your wide futures promised. I am woman and not white. That was A Woman Speaks by Audre Lorde. Celebrating Women's History Month. Oh, it's Women's History Month, is it? I thought it was... Oh no, it was International Women's Day, wasn't it? So it was International Women's Day a couple of days ago. And so it must be Women's History Month as well. That's cool. Talking of women, I was watching Frugal Mama. Is it Frugal Mama of Boys? That's it. I think it's Frugal Mama of Boys. She was doing her daily Stretch Nation video, where she gets down and 65 squats she did today. And I'm watching her doing her exercises, and I'm thinking, oh, I could just go back to bed now. But no, I wanted to come out for my walk, so this is not quite 65 squats, but it's a walk at least. Which is like, I don't know, equivalent of... It's not sitting around on my arse, let's put it that way. And if I'm not sitting around on my arse, that's got to be a good thing, surely. It's not quite 65 squats, but it's a bit of exercise. That's not to be sniffed at. Have you exercised today? Or even this week? Maybe you should. Maybe you should get out for a walk or a jog if you're one of those jogger types. Those mad, crazy jogging type of people. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I think I was started talking about it, but got sort of changed my own subject. Yeah, I might do an entry for a vinyl community contest that's going on at the moment. Yeah, so yeah. You might see that. Those are the worst viewed. I think the worst viewed is my random poems. I did a random poem yesterday, Kubla Khan by Samuel Taylor Coleridge, and it's got like 3 views. I'm pretty sure 2 of them were me. So yeah, it's not like they don't take long to do anyway. I was looking back on one of my interviews I did with a thrash band called Virus today. It's at 156 views, and it's earned me 1 pence. I don't understand sometimes how the advertising works on YouTube. You think with like, that's got more views than a lot of my videos, but it's earned 1 pence. Is that because people all have ad blockers? Or, I don't know. I know 156 people didn't watch it live, so a lot of people have watched it later. I don't know. And sometimes I'll have a video that had like like a handful of views, and like, so it's weird. Sometimes I've had like a video that suddenly randomly earned like £1 something from only 3 views. I wonder if that's because people have clicked on the advert and I don't know, sign up to a website or something like that off the back of the advert. Who knows? But if you see any adverts on my channel, yeah, give them a good watch. They're lovely. They're super interesting. And click on the links and sign up. And no, I'm not asking you to do that. But anyway. Yeah, that's what I should. I keep getting like these fleeting moments of optimism where I think to myself, oh yeah, I should crack on, I should do this video, that video, loads of, do these live streams, try and grow the metal community stuff on my channel, see if it could be a good hangout for people, and maybe people will sign up to my Patreon and listen to my High Speed Hangover podcast, and super chats and all that kind of thing. But then I'm like, it just feels to me, the more effort I put into something, the less I ever get out of it. It's just like, it's like you've been there, done that, never had any success, why bother again? That always feels like my mantra. That's fallen down recently. When I come out of the house, just before I got to the flats, there was a couple of forestry blokes had cut off a few branches of some trees, and they were mulching them down or putting them with what's that machine that crunches it down into wood chip? Oh, a wood chipper. Oh, it's called a wood chipper, isn't it? Yeah, they were doing that. I know trees get all kind of diseases and blights and stuff like that. Someone was telling me, I think my dad was telling me that he thought that all the elms had died in this country. Do we not have any elms in this country anymore? I know there was Dutch elm disease that was doing a lot of damage to the elm population, but they're not wiped out, are they? And I think Rain just like commented in one of my videos that some of the trees that walked past had some kind of blight or disease he was pointing out. That'd be a bugger if all the trees died, wouldn't it? We'd all die. We'd all asphyxiate. That's the kind of thing that can happen when you F around with the ecological system. But of course you get your climate deniers, and you denying there's any change, denying that humans are effing up the environment. But I think it's pretty obvious whenever there's an ecosystem, if things aren't in balance, if things goes the wrong way, like too many predators, or if makes, like for example, some country was reintroducing wolves because wolves kept the population of the caribou down or something, or whatever the animals were. They had deer maybe, and without them they were all starving from eating too much because there was too many of them with no natural predators, and they were starving themselves by destroying their own habitat, literally just by eating it. And by reintroducing wolves, they were able to cut back on some of the destruction of the habitat by cutting back on some of the numbers of the deer. When you think of the chemicals we belch out all over the place, and the ocean's being damaged. Yeah, always happy thoughts when I'm out on these walks. Anyway, my battery's nearly done, and I'm heading back now anyway. Got to try and do some more things when I get in. Probably going to film my box 32, which happens to be Fantastic Four. So, actually, no, there's one more video. Yeah, no, it's Wednesday today, isn't it? Yeah, I've got me and Matilda will be chatting about Rena's book, Isle of the Dark, possibly with Rena. And then later tonight, I'm chatting with my good pal Simple Simon about his comic memories. I'm predicting he's going to mention Sideways, Red Hood, probably some kind of Kiss cover, you know, some goth chicks, some legs. You know, we know Simon's a good bloke. He's a man of simple. Simple Simon. He's a man of simple tastes. He likes a good, sexy goth chick, and Red Hood, and yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, but it's going to be cool anyway. So it was cool to hang out with Simon. Hopefully, he'll hang out with me on one of my heavy metal hangouts sometime, because he digs some heavy metal. Anyone else in the comic community? Well, I've already spoken to Farley's Nerd Cave. So Farley's going to hang out with us on one of my heavy metal hangouts. Yeah, I'll have to reach out to Don as well, Mastodon. I know he's a bit of a headbanger, and there's quite a few others as well. Actually, I'm always discovering people who, oh yeah, what's his name? White Knight, is it? Something like that. He's a friend of Matilda's as well. He's like more tattoo than man, but I know he's a headbanger as well. Silver Knight, I think his channel's called. Anyway, I'm going to head off now because there's only 1 minute left on the battery, so I'm just going to shut it up early. Cheers for coming on my walkie with me, and I'll be out again tomorrow hopefully, because I've got to get my daily exercise in, keep my mind good. See you later.